Hello, everybody. Welcome to this presentation with regard to my newest publication, my book with the title, All You Need to Know About European Airports, the Ultimate Guide to Over 500 European Airports. My name is Dieter Haselsteiner, and in the following presentation, I want to give you some in-depth details with regard to my new book. Let's have a look at the agenda. I want to talk briefly about my personal background, my motivation, the setup of the book, and the sales and the contact information. So I picked some photos from the past to show you how I became an aviation enthusiast. So beginning in my childhood, I was very much enthusiastic about aviation, and I picked this picture when I flew with Lauda, with Niki Lauda himself. You can see the guy left of me with the red cap. This is Niki Lauda in the cockpit on a flight from Linz to Corfu. And years later, I did several internships at Vienna International Airport, especially on the apron. I was a luggage driver. I worked in the luggage distribution center and then the cargo import between 1999 and 2005, so before and during my studies of economics. And I finished my studies in 2005, and I had my first jobs. And my first jobs in aviation I had at the Vienna International Airport between 2007 and 2010. I first started with the job as a management trainee, and later was responsible for tariffs and concessions. So a lot of time passed, but I'm still very enthusiastic about aviation, although I'm not working in this industry anymore. And I want to give you a brief look at my publications. I already did. So in 2009, a company came to me and wanted to publish my diploma thesis from 2005. It was about low-fare carrier and their contribution to the accessibility of Eastern Europe. It's written in German and was published in 2009, so 4 years after my diploma thesis. And over the years, I had the idea, why not publishing a book totally by myself in a self-publishing format. And in 2021, the idea came up to publish a book about remote, small, and essential airports in Europe. So this book deals about 100 regional airports in Europe, which are located very remote, are very small, but essential to the public, especially for the people living there. So a lot of them are located on islands or in remote areas where air traffic is very essential to cover the daily needs of the people over there. So in a specific role of medicine supply, food supply, people to get connected to the rest of the world. It was a very exciting book. This was my, so to say, my second publication. The first one I did totally by myself. And this was the start of an idea, why not writing a book about all European airports which have commercial activity. And that's why I'm talking right now about this book, All You Need to Know About European Airports. This was published in April 2023. It's in English and it covers 800 pages almost. So I really put a lot of energy and details and knowledge into it because I wanted to give the reader the best I can make to get to know about European airports, everything you can get about them. And it's dedicated to all people who are enthusiastic about aviation like me, about all the people who work in the aviation industry. And of course, you can also use it as a travel guide. If you plan a trip to some destination in Europe and want to know about the airport there where you land, to get some insights, take my book and you get them. So, and what's next? A quick question mark. I'm currently writing another book about an aviation topic. And the other one is also got to know my creative aspects, and that's why I'm also writing a novel right now. So stay tuned. My motivation, as you already heard, I have a big enthusiasm for aviation. I prefer to travel by plane, and I do almost daily reading of relevant news magazines and books related to commercial aviation. I'm a big fan of data collection and analysis. I have a big passion for writing text, and with regard to the topic I handle in this book, I checked the book market and there was no comparable book about European airports. Most of the time you find books with a lot of pictures, but not big analysis or data. And this I wanted to cover in this book, and yeah, here it is. So the setup of the book is you have the key elements of European airports, of course, the presentation of the past and present challenges. With regard to parts, it covers the last 20 years. What was very important for me is the coexistence between airports and airlines. Both depend heavily on each other. And I wanted to cover the outlook supplemented by an extensive analysis and derived trends. What's the methodology? The time frame I took was the summer flight schedule of 2022. Limited the geography by only taking Europe or the European Union, but without the overseas territories and excluding Russia and Turkey, because Russia and Turkey, they are both situated in Asia and Europe. Flights, the scheduled flights, as well as regular charter flights, of course. So that means no corporate shuttle flights or no ad hoc charter flights. The ticket purchase must be possible for everyone via public distribution channels. Airports, all commercial airports except seaports and heliports, these have been included, and types of flights, passengers and cargo. So when you take these key elements and the methodology in this book, it covers 550 airports. That's why this book is so thick with almost 800 pages. How does the details look like? We have the analysis of the country markets. I do a country portrait, the airports and the airlines. Then I have the analysis of the airports with the airport portraits, facts and pros, and also the specific characteristics. I do a total analysis, evaluation of data summary, and the most important findings. And then I check the derived trends. Let me check for you an example for a country analysis using Denmark to get a glimpse. And this is a screenshot on the left of my book. And here I took some details I want to point out. Every country market has these characteristics. So I talk about the geographical details of the country, the number of total airports which are active, the topography of the country, which affected COVID-19, which airport is the largest one of the country, what about the inactive airports, what about domestic flights, in general, the aviation market in Denmark with facts and figures, who are the local players, what are the defunct airlines of the last 20 years, and to have also an outlook what are new airline projects, and also the country code is mentioned. It's about the country market. When we take an airport portrait, in this example, it's the city of Aalborg in Denmark. Each airport portrait has two main facts. There's this fact box on the right side and the text on the left side. The fact box keeps the basic facts about technical specifications, runways or passenger numbers, and the left box is all about the city and the region, the airport description, what airlines serve the airport, what network do they provide for the people, and an outlook. Yes, so the book is available on Amazon. I have two versions of the book, as a paperback and as an ebook. And I want to talk about details of this book furthermore in my newest YouTube channel, Aviation at a Glance. So please feel free to have a look at it. And if you want to contact me, here's my email address. And especially if you want to buy a larger bulk of my books, or if you're a bookseller and want to get these books, or if you want that I come to your company or association or whatever and to give a presentation about the books in a more specific way, in a deeper look into the facts, then please contact me here. So I would be very delighted if I can get the feedback about my book. I think it's very valuable, and enjoy reading. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.